place and this event and really use it as a way to celebrate New York City. And so kind of had this idea of creating all these lounges that would, of course, we had to furnish on a budget. And we realized that, you know, a lot of new people coming to New York, their first apartment, they basically furnish it from the street. So we started collecting furniture from the street, repairing it when necessary, and then we took it to a cab company and had them paint it New York City taxi cab yellow. So they are meant to kind of, there's a coffee bar where they're centered, but they also kind of float all over the fair. So hopefully they don't travel too far, but within the fair. Oh yeah. So just to kind of short circuit, in the office we started naming them because they have these kind of idiosyncratic character, and we also labeled the date and where they were found on the bottom, so it's kind of this site-specific piece. Thank you. Thanks, Tim.
We'd also, we partnered with Great Performances to provide greatly enhanced dining experience. They're featuring local and seasonal menus, sit-down restaurants, coffee and champagne bars, a vegetarian food truck, and a to-go cafe. And we are, I think, the first farm-to-table fair. Most important, this year's exhibitor list is one of the best in the Armory Show's history and showcases a thoughtful, curated mix of top international dealers. Armory Show Contemporary on Pier 94 features leading international exhibitors, including longtime dealers and roster of exciting new international galleries. In total, we are representing 30 countries. We'll be represented in both 92 and 94. We have about 225 galleries altogether. On Pier 92, the Armory Show Modern, dedicated to international dealers specializing in historically significant work from modern artwork, will represent 9 countries. An interesting trend this year is a number of works from the 1970s that are shown, reflecting the renewed interest in work from that time. Our Armory focus this year, and in the past we did Berlin and South America, but this year it concentrates on the exciting work coming out of the Nordic countries. Recognizing the region's increasing importance on the global art scene and its vital presence in New York City, and many Nordic artists have had shows with New York galleries and museums. The Armory-focused Nordic countries is curated by Jacob Fabricius, director of the Malmö Kunsthall, and includes 19 of the most vital galleries and artists collectives from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Iceland. The Nordic countries will permeate most of our programming this year, including Armory performances and our open forum talks, which take place here, and many of the performances will take place on the floor of the fair. Jacob's also curated a collection of posters, souvenirs, and other artist multiples, and those are all free, and they're in the center of the Nordic section in the lounge there, and I invite you all to please collect all of those, and you'll see them also installed on the wall as you enter the VIP lounge. And if you visit the Nordic Lounge on 94, please pick up these works. Everything from pencils to folders, newspapers, bags, lamps, and even lollipops are there for you to acquire for your collection. We have introduced exciting new programs, including Armory Film, Armory Performance, solo projects, which are also presenting incredible offerings. And we really felt that we have to provide a platform for any medium that an artist articulates their ideas in. So if if they're a performance artist, if they're artists, their work includes video or painting, sculpture, whatever, we really considered as many spaces as we could and as many ways in which we could provide a way for those artists to get these ideas out and to show their work. As part of the Armory Show Contemporary, solo projects will feature 11 leading young galleries showing exciting new works in single artist presentations. And those galleries are just right outside here, past the DAP bookstore. Armory Film is a program that we're doing in collaboration with Moving Image, a fair of contemporary video and art companies currently opening in Chelsea this week. And we will be presenting more than 20 works throughout the Armory Show right here in the Wall Street Journal Media Lounge, the one we're standing in now. Also new is Armory Performance, featuring artists active in Nordic region and the United States, with Jacob Fabricius once again curating those performances, and they will also take place here in the Media Lounge and throughout the fair. And also, we continue our tradition of thought-provoking conversations and panels this year in the Open Forum. This was organized and curated by Amanda Palmer. The 2012 schedule presents discussions between New York and Nordic-based artists, art historians, curators, critics, directors, dealers, and again taking place in the Media Lounge. Our Armory Show 2012, we have a program every year where we commission an artist, and this year's Armory artist is Theaster Gates. And we ask an artist to give us about 15 images, which are reproduced within the fair catalog, one for one, as if it was a museum catalog, but then we abstract the works for our ads and cards and signage, etc. This year, Theaster Gates is our artist, as I said. He works in a rather poetic repurposing of historical ephemera. He has been, which has been used to create a visual identity for this year's Armory Show. His contributions also include the creation of a limited edition called Civil Right Throw Rugs, benefiting the Pat Hearn and Colin DeLand Cancer Foundation and the Museum of Modern Art. And I'm pleased to announce that the edition totaled 40 works, and they've all been sold out. And so half the money will go to the Cancer Fund and then an acquisition fund at the Museum of Modern Art for younger work. And it's very generous of Theaster and all of the artists in the past to work with us in such a gracious way. New work by Theaster can be found at Kavi Gupta's booth, which is on this side of the fair. He is also carrying an ongoing performance during the fair, where he's holding court at a lounge he has created on Pier 94. So please visit Theaster as he invites people to see, sit, sup, sip, and sing with him in what he is, as explained, as the belly of the whale, which we call the Armory Show. Yesterday we kicked off Army Arts Week, a week of arts-related events that have grown organically over the past 14 years around the centerpiece of the Armory Show. New York's Commissioner of Cultural Affairs, Kate Levin, has joined us this morning at the fair, and I would like to thank Commissioner Levin and her office for their support and guidance. We are also thankful for our ongoing partnership with the Museum of Modern Art, and we are looking forward to our annual Armory Party benefiting the Museum of Modern Art tonight. And I have been told that you can get, tickets are going fast, it's a limited supply now. You can get them at the VIP desk here on Pier 94 and Pier 92 at the Armory Show Modern, and at the door this evening. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Glenn Lowry.
Thank you so much, Paul. I want to salute you and the incredible group of people you've assembled to make this year's fair such a success. I've had a chance to wander through at least part of the fair, and I have to say the architectural changes that you've made are absolutely terrific. It's open, spacious, it lets both the galleries and the art be seen in a way that I think is very different from previous fairs, and definitely going to make for a much more engaging experience than before. I think this is your 14th year here, so that's an extraordinary achievement. The party tonight at the Museum of Modern Art is from 8 to 12, and we hope all of you will be able to join us. What I find particularly exciting about this fair is that it brings to New York such an extraordinary array of art to be seen and looked at and talked and thought about. It brings dealers from around the world, and again, I think this year the richness of galleries represented here from so many different countries, bringing artists that are often hard to find and hard to see here in New York, or even for that matter elsewhere in the United States, makes this fair especially interesting and rewarding to visit. And I want to echo your words in saluting Kate Levin, the City of New York's extraordinary Commissioner of the Arts. She and her office do an incredible job in ensuring that there's a vitality to the artistic community here that matches the vitality of this fair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Glenn, for those kind words. I'd like to point out that we have an extraordinary team. I'd like to acknowledge them that work on the Armory Show all year round. Lauren Person is our communications director. I have on stage here Noah Horowitz, and Michael Hall is in here, and all of us can help you with anything that you want. I can certainly help with questions. Debbie Harris from Pier 92, she puts together all of the modern fair, and I'd really invite you, and I'm going to now really open the gates. Debbie would love to show you around the pier. Thank you very much for coming this morning, and if I can answer any questions, I'd be delighted to, and to further explain all the changes we've made to the fair. Terrific. Thank you.